Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, July 13th. We're looking at window traders market profile of the ESNENQ. So the bulls are continuing their torrid pace. I was talking this morning, a couple people in the room, and you see things on Twitter and stuff, and people like it's getting too much, it's too stressed out, it's too this, too that. The market doesn't care. The market's going to do what it wants to do. Right now, all time frames are up. If you really want to take a short, well, why don't you wait till the market at least comes into balance in one of these time frames, and then you could use the balance high as you're out to short it, whether it's whether it's NQ or ES, because trying to pick a top is the deadliest thing you could possibly do. Okay, we go out with a double distribution day. NQ goes out with another gap that holds and a triple distribution day and a price probe. We had a price probe, and we have a small set of single prints that hold. They don't get filled in N. We had a gap today, but it filled. So not by much, but it filled. So only 10 out of 37 upside gaps have held for 27%. But we do hold the trend day, which is 28 out of 81, so that's 34.6% of trend days that hold. We were looking at a possible smallish range again, but we broke out of that with the basically spiking above G and probing again in M period. Righty, for the second day in a row, yesterday they didn't get the IB. Today they barely got it in M period. But yesterday they didn't get it either overnight, they got it both overnights in A period. You can't keep the little one down. But they barely got their IB. They end up with a P shape, 11 wide, and an afternoon pullback in K. NQ ends with a price probe, triple distribution day. We end with a price probe, double distribution, afternoon pullback in H. Okay? They're not a pullback. That's the lower end of their middle distribution. I mean, it's a pullback, but it's the lower end of their upper distribution. We were 8 for 8 wide at one point before we started this. Had a good day today. 14.5 points in ES, 42 in NQ. The only short I took today was before the opening because I thought we'd front run the overnight high and fill the gap and made 3 points. Everything else today, and I'm proud of that, it was long because I have tough times on these kind of grinds, but I did well. A period was providing some nice ebb and flow trades, so I long that in ES. Same with in B period. D period, I actually lost a point on the long. I didn't like the way it came down below 144 at that point. I could have held it to the opening, but I decided not to. I just lost a point on it, so it was my only loss on the day. What else? I'm just looking at all my trades. H period, long looking for now. I nailed the afternoon pullback. I literally bought that low. I think it was 28.25. Literally bought it, held it for a point and a half. That's it. Because I thought we might push a little lower. I didn't like how close we were to the pocket at that point, but the range wasn't big, so I should have realized that. And then I was long in J period, thinking we might have single prints, made a couple of points on that one. And in M period, I actually took a long without single prints and made some. So I participated a little bit. In NQ, I had 3 longs. In B period, I made 18 points. No, take that back. B period, I made 18 points on a short. I thought we had a chance to get legs to the downside. I didn't hold it long, thank goodness, but I made 18 points. And then I made on 2 longs in NQ. 1 in G period with the single prints, ebb and flow of 18 points. And then in L period, I made 6 points also on a long. So good day, good week so far. 72.5 points in ES, 120 in NQ, and so very happy. NQ with the single prints today at some points gave me better visual reasons to take the long. Now, we have new highs on the year. Volume not good, but again, volume is one part of the equation. So now we had 3 upside destinations that I thought we were going to get in M period, which would have wiped out 3 longs, but we only got 1 of them. So we have 3 highs very close together in SPY, 450.38 and then 450.63, 450.69. Those are both from April of 2022. Downside, price probe, L's high at 449.90. Single prints, they start at 449.52, get filled at 28. Afternoon pullback in H of 448.16 and today's low of 447.45. And remember, 446.20 is now a downside destination. We didn't. We opened above it. We do not take it off. NQ, NES. Imagine if I tried to keep numbers for three different things. 46.50 is the price probe. 42.25 to 40.25 are our single prints. 28.75 the pullback, and 21.25 is our daily low. The upside is 51.50, and then my next one is 56.50, which was an afternoon rally high from April 5th of 2022. Now, one other thing before we get to the charts. Just like I said, this was my line in the sand, and boy, oh boy, did the bulls hold it, right? We said if they hold that, you're going to have higher value and bulls are firmly in control. You think that was the case today? Now, we didn't go very far early in the day, but we never really got close to it, and we tested the open a couple of times and then never saw that. So the bulls, again, firmly won the day. And that's why looking for shorts in the bigger picture right now, it to me is kind of crazy, right? Wait until the market comes into balance. Let's see if the market takes out today's low tomorrow and you come into a 3-day balance. Well, then at least you have today's high to lean against if you want to take a short, if you're going to try to take a swing short, and you use that as your out. Otherwise, I really wouldn't be looking for a short. So just like that high was important to me today, this high now, G's highs, where the market change took place. We didn't hold single prints, and I didn't use it as a firm reference point. I didn't write it down, but I probably will if we hold it tomorrow. But so G's high of, I'm in 2-tick increments here. I'm not exactly sure what G's high is. It's around 36.50. Is really your line in the sand now for tomorrow for the bulls. Okay? And then on the chart, so here's our monthly. Our next destination to try to get to is March of 2022's high. That's 462.07. Do we have a chance of getting it? I think we have an excellent chance of getting it. We're healthy in the monthly, one time framing up for 3 months, and we're getting our legs. So I think it is a very strong possibility. Weekly, coming out 4-week balance to the upside, inside week up, right? Our inside week was 444.08. We got to 450 and change. So $6 and change above that inside week high. Pretty good. And on the daily, one time framing up 3 days. The gap down here, our main focus. Again, you'd like to have better volume and stuff, but it is only one part of the equation. And I still think this 464 and change level, I wouldn't doubt we get it at some point once we get that high from March of 2022. Hope you had a good day trading. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Enjoy your evening. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.